Hi student, this is 8th class and we are going to read our chapter 17, Resources, Types and Development. In this chapter we will discuss about resource and its types. We should start. What are resources? Resources are those things which satisfy our needs and which we are using at present in nature. These resources may be the minerals, transport, food, a seat on which you are sitting, or that moving fan, or that is a running car. Clear? Yes. So, resources have a special thing which is called the usability. Usability means utility. Minerals have an economic value also. Now we will discuss about time and technology. Time and technology are two main factors which can convert a substance into a thing or in a resource. Both are related to the needs of the people. Clear? In early times, people lived in caves and depended mainly over nature. As the time passed, he learned different techniques to make the people's life easy. It is their ideas, knowledge, invention, and discoveries that led to the creation of more resources. Now we will discuss what is Agenda 21. Agenda 21 is a declaration which is signed by the hundreds leaders of the different countries in 1992 in the United Nations Conference on Environment in Rio de Janeiro city in Brazil. Its aim was to achieve the global sustainable development. Now the different types of resources. But do you know about technology? How technology makes a thing a substance? Technology improves the things into a resource. Inventions make easy and standardize the life of human beings. Clear? Now types of resources. There are the different types of resources. In broad categories, there are two types of resources. First is natural resource, second is human resource, and third is human-made resource. In human-made resource, we can count the buildings, pound, machineries, means ponds, and the bridges, etc. And in natural resources, we can take the air, water, minerals, soil, and land. These are obtained from nature without any modification of human beings. Clear? Now the different types of or different categories of resources. First, on the basis of their development. On the basis of their development, resources are two types: actual resources, potential resources. When the quality of resource is known, is called the actual resource. These resources depend on the economic viability and the availability of technology. Clear? Second, the potential resources. Their entire quantity may not be known because we haven't such technology. These resources could be used in future. There is no appropriate technology to use these potential resources. For example, solar energy in Rajasthan. Clear? Yes. Next, based on origin. Resources may be categorized as abiotic and abiotic resources on the basis of origin. Origin means the starting or the generations of the resources. Clear? First, biotic. Biotic resources are those resources which contains life. All the living things are biotic resources. For example, animals, plant, human beings, etc. Abiotic resources. Abiotic resources are those resources which are non-living things, which have no life. For example, water energy, solar energy, rocks, minerals, etc. Clear? Do you know about sustainable development? We will discuss about this in the later, after the chapter. Clear? Yes. Next. On the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, there are two types of resources, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those resources which can renew themselves again and again. For example, water, we can renew it if it will be dirty. Clear? And water resources and the other like the soil, this may be renewed. Clear? Now non-renewable resources are those which quantity or quality are limited. Clear? Which may not be reproduced again and again, like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Clear? Iron, gold, silver are recyclable resources. Now, on the basis of distribution of resource, there are two types of resources, ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous resources are those resources which are found everywhere. For example, air we breathe and sun energy. Clear? Localized resources are those which are found at a certain place, like the copper, tin, iron. Yes, these. Human-made resources are those resources which are made by human beings, which earlier I have told you. Clear? Which means like the technology, building, roads, machineries, vehicles. Clear? These. And human resources. In human resources we can count ourselves, you and me. Clear? Because of we fulfill the needs of each other. There are also some factors which increase the capability of human beings. These are the education and health, what you are taking. Clear? Yes. Education and health are two main factors which can change into a resource, a thing. These two main factors improve the quality of human skill. Example, Japan is devoid of economic resources, but it is a leading country in terms of modern technology due to its human resource. Now, it's your turn, Piyush. What is the importance of resources? Sir, resources are very important for the socio-economic of a country. Without resources, no country can develop. Availability of resources is the backbone of economy of any country. Clear? Yes, beta, I know. Thank you. Very good. Now, student, we discuss about the conservation of resources. When we use the resources carefully and give them time to renew themselves, it is called resource conservation. And do you know about the sustainable development? Sustainable development should take place without the harming the environment, and resources should be kept for future generation. Now, students, we know how we can save our Mother Earth. You should use these points in your life. Means sustainable use of resources should be first. Second, the diversity of the life of the earth should be conserved. Third, to minimize the damage of natural environment system. Fourth, to motivate the people to creating awareness regarding to the judicious use of resources. Clear? Next, fifth, maybe search options for the exhausting resources. Clear? Means we have to use the options on the place of coal, which will be exhaust a time. Clear? Now it's your turn, Isika. Tell me, what is Agenda 21? Yes, sir, I know it. What? Sir, Agenda 21 was a declaration signed by the world leaders in 1992 United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, which took place at Rio de Janeiro City, Brazil. Its aim was achieving the global sustainable development. Very good, beta. Have a seat. Thank you. Have a nice